Should I wait till 2022? So let me zoom in here for you.
Why?
Doug. You need the big truck. All right, let's read out Doug's comment. I'll read out the comments that are already here, Pops, then we'll get your take, okay?
Okay.
Doug says, I'm in the process of buying a used Ram 3500 or Ford F350. My out-the-door budget would be $50,000 and would like to stay under 100,000 miles in mileage. I have no trade-in. We'll have $32,500 in cash. Would like to finance the rest and will get approval through my bank. Prices are all caps insane now. Do you think I should ride this out and see what February to March of next year brings? I don't need to have a vehicle until May of 2022. Got it, Pops?
Got it.
Michael, another community member, says, probably no one can give you a clear answer as that would involve predicting the future. However, there is a lot of reason to speculate that prices will be higher through much of 2022 and possibly longer. That was my calculation, and I pulled the trigger on a car 2 weeks ago. I had a used car to sell, so I was able to take advantage of the high prices there, mitigating some of the high costs, but that doesn't apply to you. Space says, Ford has been competitive with their pricing of their Super Duty trucks as long as you can place a retail order. It should not be difficult to source a discount of 3% under invoice before rebates. And since you are looking to take delivery in May 2022, waiting for your unit to be produced should not be an issue. At that price, I would go ahead and order the truck just like you want it and would secure your best financing through a credit union. Waiting until late 2022 will probably introduce increased MSRPs, while still seeing the same supply shortage and high prices for vehicles on the lot well until the end of the year. So interesting take from Space. And Phil in here pops saying the used car market is insane. No matter what used car you buy, it will be overpriced. If you don't have to buy it now, I would not. You would be throwing away a lot, $32,000 you worked hard to save, only to go after the market. Only go away after the market corrects, and you suffer accelerated depreciation in a couple of years. Now, obviously, no one has a crystal ball and knows for sure when the accelerated depreciation will happen, but it is likely. With all that said, the market doesn't appear to be getting better anytime soon, and I have no idea what May of next year will bring. Used car prices, in fact, rise even further during that time. I think that if you can find an awesome deal on something today, that would minimize the higher prices, and you might want to pull the trigger. And then Phil suggests using our email templates to get quotes. And my comment was that you're going to talk about it. So, Pops.
Yes.
Wait until 2022? Or if I'm good until May, what do I do?
I kind of like Space's concept of actually ordering a vehicle as opposed to looking at pre-owned vehicles with upwards of 100,000 miles on them and paying upwards of $50,000 out the door for something like that. Part of the problem, as we know it today, is that there is a shortage of new cars, which has led to a shortage of used cars. And that isn't going to be corrected to any great degree anytime soon. So I don't think that we will suddenly see a tremendous influx of used heavy-duty pickup trucks. It's just, we're not going to see a huge influx of pre-owned cars, period, probably for the next 12 to 18 months, simply because manufacturers are admitting that they are not in a position to be able to produce the requisite number of new cars and trucks that they normally would. So as long as that new car shortage continues, that's going to create an even bigger strain on used cars. Because if we're, I think on an annualized basis, looking at selling about 13.5 to 14 million cars this year, when originally the prediction was probably around 17 million. Well, 2 years from now or 3 years from now or even a year from now, that means that there's not going to be as many cars traded in because there weren't as many cars sold. People are going to hold on to what they have longer. And so values are just going to continue to go up. So if it were me, I would either order a new truck, or if I could find something that fit the parameters, but with slightly lower miles than what he's talking about, I would say do it today, because it's, as I've been saying probably for the last month or so, it's going to be cheaper today than it is tomorrow. There isn't anything that I see on the horizon other than perhaps a recession that will force prices to go down. So, and I don't really see a recession. I see inflation, but I don't see a recession. So, if it were me, either go with a brand new truck, order it, have them order it now, let them know that obviously you're willing to wait till May if need be in order to acquire the vehicle, and it might take that long to actually get it built and shipped. Or if you can find a quality used one that fits your budget, go ahead, bite the bullet, and pull the trigger and move forward.
So one concern I have with ordering is what model year are you going to get? Are you going to order a 2021 and then get hit with later on in the year?
No, he can't order a 2021. He'll order a 2022 simply because they're not building 2021s anymore.
Yeah.
They've already switched their production capacity over to 2022. They might be finishing up the 2021s that have been sitting and waiting for chips, but they are, whatever they're building at this point, they're building 2022s. They are not building 2021s.
Yep. Sorry. And I think what I'm trying to get at is lock in your price, because the MSRP might change on that regardless. So you're going to make an order for a 2022, but lock in, get the signed buyer's order, get everything squared away, because the MSRP on that vehicle might change. And if it does, actually, even if you have a signed buyer's order, that still might come back to you as a customer. That's one thing to be aware of.
Well, yeah, trust me when I tell you that any price for a new vehicle, an ordered vehicle, is there's going to be the caveat of this is the price, assuming that the MSRP remains the same. If the manufacturer increases the MSRP, whatever that is, it's going to be passed on to you as the customer.
Which we expect.
But that's the way the dealership would do it. Because they can't guarantee what the MSRP is going to be. Now, do I think MSRPs during the course of a model year run are going to go up several $1,000s? Probably not. They could go up several $100s to perhaps $1,000, but I've never seen them go up several $1,000s during the course of a model run.